Good morning. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. It is Monday. It's the beginning of the week. We're going to start it off right. We're going to start with each other and loving on each other. So, how's everybody doing? Let's come in, get into our hearts. Oh, my goodness. Look at all you beautiful people. Andrea, welcome. Good morning. And thank you for sharing. Ms. Hope, thank you for sharing. Blue Jean, hello, hello. And our Annie 7 is here. Deirdre, Catherine, welcome, welcome. Keep sharing it out. Let's get the fam in. And let's go into our hearts. First of all, we do that to start every day. So hand on your heart and slow down the breathing. Just be still for a moment. Listen to the sound of nature. Listen to the joy that's in the bird's song. You can almost hear what they're saying, right? If we just tune in and listen. Just like when we tune into our heart, we can hear our heart song. A song that wants peace, love, joy. Just breathe right into that place inside of you, into your happy heart. And rejoice and dance and go with that flow of energy. Let it flow from your heart to your brain. And then shout out gratitude to the divine, gratitude for a new day alive, a new day to just be who you are authentically. And then release. And welcome, welcome to this beautiful day. You've had 4 major solar flares this morning. Well, there's a major storm headed our way, at least according to the weatherman. And according to the meteorologists, we are right smack dab in the center of that bullseye of a Category 1 hurricane. And so Annie and I are making our plans and just kind of watching what's going to happen. You know, I was having the conversation with Annie yesterday, and even though the meteorologists, the weather guys can all tell us it's going to come your way, there's no guarantee of that. There's no guarantee that a bunch of people gathered together, knowing who we are and what we're capable of, we can turn that thing. I have done it before. I have met together with a bunch of people. There were, a major hurricane that was headed our way in Florida that was scheduled to hit right where I was. And we all got together and we said, no, you're not. And we put our intentions out. We stood together strong and firm with each other. And we blew that thing back out into the water with our energy. So energy is powerful. A hurricane is just energy. But all energy has a soul. All energy, whether it's a person, a place, a building, a business, whatever it is, there's a soul to it. And so we can speak right to the soul of that hurricane. And it has a name. They give all of them names once they become a certain category. So we know the name of this storm that's headed our way. And Annie helped me out because I can't remember what they named it. Was it like Fernando or something like that? So we can talk right to the soul of that hurricane. And that's what I'm asking. We're asking for help from our beautiful spiritual family. I'm not panicking. I know Annie's a little bit anxious about it, but she lives right on the water. And I'm not right on the water. I'm not very far from a river. But my concern is to get her to safety, her and her 2 boys that live with her. So that's what we're going to do. we are going to just stay together through all of this. We're going to breathe in and we're going to exhale out love toward that storm. We don't breathe out force. We're not bullies. We don't make it go away. We just breathe love into it and allow that to happen. And that's my intention. And I may call a meeting later, a Zoom meeting or an online meeting. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to try to enlist the help of Enlightened World Network and see if Ruth will meet with us. And let's just set an intention for it to go and dissipate out into the water. It doesn't even have to go anywhere else into any other area. Julie Kiss, good morning. Isabel Reese and Annie, you just watched the weather. It's good to stay informed. We need to know what's happening with it. But please just don't sit at that TV and listen to all of that. And I talked to Annie about that yesterday. This is how we become anxious. This is how we panic about things. If we're just constantly inundating our minds with everything that's being said every minute. And I lived in Florida most of my life. And Florida is where the majority of the hurricanes head when they come out of that region down in the Caribbean. So I've been on both extremes. I've been the one that sat there in front of that TV until I was sure that it was going to come my way, and then I left. I've been also the one that says, I'm going to listen to my guidance. And that's what I do. That's what I've done for decades now, is say, okay, angels, is there a need for me to not be here right now? Do I need to choose to be somewhere else? And that is a definite possibility. That is the plan. If it looks like it's building and that it's a definite thing, Sherry Myers has already made an arrangement for where I'm to go, and it's about an hour away and out of the eye of the storm. So that's a possibility. So I just want everyone, if you would, if you don't mind, to just keep us in your prayers, but also let's bond together and let's sit together and speak those words. Remember, I was talking yesterday about how when we speak words, and there's an energy there, it creates. So we're going to create a barrier for that storm to not come in. It's scheduled right now at the moment to come in at the Louisiana-Texas line. And I'm just concerned about Houston because that's where it would probably go if it goes further west. And I know they get hit so much and over again, and a lot of destruction that's happened there. And I've been in Houston quite a bit, so I've seen some of the after effects of storms. Thank you, Julie Kiss, and good morning, Auntie Jean. And Jean says that storm does not stand a chance with you and Annie Banani in the same state, right? We're going to tag team it. And Annie says, Tuesday we will start feeling the effects. Don't have much time to prepare. Well, that's true. If we're going to leave the area, it needs to be either now or early tomorrow. The rain is supposed to start today, according to the weather report. And you know me and not liking to drive in heavy rain. So I will talk with Sherry later this morning and see what our game plan is here. Kathy Hand, good morning to you. And Catherine Kovacs. Julie, thank you for the prayers for no storm our way. And Annie says, but where you are, the streets and area get water. Well, it rained 4 days in a row here. We had thunderstorms every day. And one day it was all day and all night, and the streets were fine. So I guess you just never know what that surge will bring in with the storm that's headed here. So I'm just going to listen to guidance. I'm going to talk to Sherry. She's asked me to keep in close touch, and I will let you all know. So it may be later today we call an emergency meeting to have all of us get together to just see if we can push that storm away from the shore. So I'll let you know. Okay, so who else is here? And Blue says, Teri will be okay. She's wash and wear. I've been through worse. I've been through ice storms. I don't know which is worse, the hurricane or the ice storms. they're all not on my favorite list of things to do. And yes, Annie, that is the goal, for it to break up and for it to just wear itself out there in the water and not want to come on land and play. Good morning, Michelle Landers. And Annie's hotel manager sent her the friend and family discount. Oh, that's not a bad rate, Annie. So yeah, let's look at that and see if that's something that my thing is, if the street does flood, how long do we have to stay in that hotel and not get back into to the homes? Good morning, Kathleen. Blue says, last night some geese flew in and landed on the lake. They are gathering a month early. I will send photos of tinged colorful leaves. It's been down in the 40s. All the wood is done for the season. We just have to clean the chimney. Today I go see and ride our dragon. Well, you give that sweet Dolly a big hug and tell her we love her so much. Charlie, good morning. And Kathleen Caputo is already seeing it move away. That's what we need to do, is use our visualization and just come together with that understanding and watch it happen. And Michelle says, I haven't seen the current news about the storm. Is it headed your way? Yeah, the prediction right now, Michelle, unless it takes a turn, is that it's going to come in at the Louisiana-Texas state line, right in that area, which Houston will get it. I think they'll get the brunt of it if it does continue on that path. And okay, well, we know what to do. We got some work to do, right? That's what I always say. There was a movie. Oh my gosh, I don't remember the name of it. I wish I did, because I quote this line from that movie like all the time. But the movie was about aliens. It was a science fiction movie, and one of those that instilled fear in you about the aliens. And the Greys were the good guys, the gray aliens. And so there was this one character in the movie that was working with the Gray, and he called him Mr. Gray. And his line, and I love this, he says, we got some work to do now, Mr. Gray. so, so we got some work to do now, Peas. Our little pea family, we might be small, but we are mighty. And I just appreciate all of you with your prayers and your intentions and your love. And I'll talk to Ruth and see if there's a time maybe later today that we can sit together and just blast that thing away from us. That's my intention. And yes, thank you, Andrea. We blast it with love. We're sending out love arrows to that storm, that it will move away or break apart. And Blue says, I hear all is well. That's one of my favorite hymns of all time. All is well with my soul. And I love it. I love all the words in it. I love the story behind it. If you have never heard the story behind that song, All is Well with My Soul, get your tissues ready and read the background to the man who wrote that song, because it's a tremendous story of faith and knowing all is well with my soul. Auntie Jean says, this world gets crazier and crazier by the day, praying that you and Annie and Grayson stay safe and that the storm blows out to sea and hurts no one. Truckers have always been good people. Oh my gosh, you read the story. Yeah, I actually, I'm on TikTok a lot right now, you guys, and I'm going to be doing a lot of lives on there with inspirational messages. So that's where I learned, was on TikTok, about the incident that happened near the little town I grew up in Kentucky. I grew up in Harlan County, Kentucky, and it's a small town. I mean, it's like like a little bitty pinpoint of compared to all the rest of the map in the USA. So what happened, for anyone who may not know, there was a shooter on the interstate driving a car and shooting at other car vehicles, and there happened to be a bus from the little town where I grew up, Harlan County. There was a school bus with kids in it, and this guy is shooting, and he hit a lot of people as he was shooting. The truckers surrounded the bus for protection. They all just automatically went into bear mode and mama bear, and they just surrounded that bus so that the kids would be safe. Those are heroes. To me, those are the heroes of this world. People who put themselves in danger before they'll let somebody else take a bullet. So I'm trying to find out who they are, and any of them that were involved. I want to just really highlight them and shout out to the world. This is what you do. This is how we are to be toward each other. That protection, that whatever's happening, we're going to stand by you. We're going to lift you if we need to. We're going to stay right there through whatever storm you're going through. Deirdre's in the house, yay! So anyway, that's the story of what happened yesterday. As far as I know, I spoke with my sister yesterday. None of the kids on the bus were hurt. None of them got the bus didn't get hit at all because of the protective wall that went up. They have not caught the shooter yet. He is ex-military. He's got training of how to hide. And there's a lot of places in Kentucky that he can hide. So please pray that they get him off the streets and nothing like this can happen again. They did find his vehicle, so that's how they know who he is. Now they're just trying to track him down. Okay, so let's see what else we got. Deirdre, thank you for being here. You're going to see your surgeon today and see what happens. Okay, we'll see what till it happens to you. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. See what happens until it happens to you. All right. I'm not sure what that line is, but that's okay. We're all bonding together and helping each other. And that's the whole thing that I just wanted to talk about today is being there for each other, showing compassion in the world instead of a dog eat dog world, as the saying goes. I hate that saying, but it's the understanding of it that is every man for himself, and it doesn't have to be that way. So Marianne used to live in Houston, so I prayed often that storms move, and it works. Prayer works. We've seen it. We've seen miracles happen when we gather our energy together. Absolutely. And Kathleen, you hadn't heard about the truckers. Yeah, they're amazing people, and they are protective, especially when there's children involved. They're going to do whatever they can do to help out in that kind of situation. And that's why when I do get save someone's child more off the ground than what it is now, I want to involve the truckers in that. There's he's kind of a big influencer now on TikTok. He's grown in his popularity. He has a song that he sings called Silent Auction. And I let him know, I haven't had a conversation with him yet, but I did let him know that I want to use that song in our endeavor. And if you haven't heard it yet, you just Google it or go on YouTube and Google silent auction. And it is a profound song. He is very outspoken. He sings country and he sings it very well. His name is Austin Foreman. And that's what I want to use as our theme song, our inspirational song for Save Someone's Child, because that's exactly what this song is talking about, is what happens when these traffickers get a child, especially the little girls, and what happens after that if they're being trafficked. Blue says, let me know. I had my laser surgery and find out on the 11th how it's going in my right eye, and next is my left, which I know is perfectly fine. I know you've been through a lot with your eyes, Blue, and Deirdre's going through it with hers. Auntie Jean's been through it. So many have had the eye experience. I think, Kathleen, you went through it for a while as well. I don't know how yours is doing now, but my gosh, there's been a lot going on with the eyes, you guys. And I think there's a big message there for us to see more clearly and see not just with our physical eyes, but see spiritually. Your dad was a trucker, Deirdre. I did not know that, I don't think. But yeah, I don't like when I'm in between two big trucks, but I do appreciate those truckers. I appreciate what they do. I appreciate their camaraderie, how they're always looking out for all of us. They really are. I've had very few incidents where they weren't so nice on the road. Very few. Like I can remember one or two times that there were just not a good energy from the truckers. Otherwise, they're always looking out for us and they're always nice and considerate. And Kathleen says she's blessed that her eyes are perfect now. Well, there you go. And Auntie Jean, I think your eye problem cleared up as well. So you all that are still going through it, just look at those who are on the other side of that fire and what's happening now. And there's so much hope out there for miracles and for recovery. All right, I pulled a Kuan Yin card. And Auntie Jean says, even the trucker who hit us was pretty nice. He was. I felt bad for him, actually. I really did feel bad for this guy. And I told Jean at the time, I really hope he don't lose his job. I did not want that man to lose his job. I don't know what happened. I know the insurance covered it, but I don't know how the company that he worked for looks at situations where it was a fender bender. It wasn't anything horrific, but yeah, they're really super nice. I see a lot of them when I go to truck stops or if I stay overnight at one of the truck areas. And you all know, I know you don't like me to do that, so I don't talk about it a whole lot anymore. But yeah, I do still stay overnight sometimes at a Love's, especially. All right, what does Kuan Yin have to say? She says, love your body and live your dreams. I want you to experience all that life has to offer. I want you to see your dreams coming alive in the world. When you love the sacred soul animal of your body, as I love you, then you will manifest all that is divinely meant for you and thrive. You know, Michelle and I are teaching right now about manifesting. And part of that is loving yourself. Love yourself enough to know that you are worthy. You're worthy of what your heart wants, what your desire is, what your passion is. And I didn't read today's message, but because I wanted to talk about this other stuff that's going on. But if you would go to angelspeakers.com and read that blog, it talks about what's your heart's desire. What does your heart want? and following that. Follow your desire and live your purpose. There was, I think there was a line that really touched me. I want to see. It's at the very end, I believe. Okay, so let your light shine brightly, for in doing so, you will fulfill your soul's purpose and bless the world with your unique gifts. Let today be the day you take a step toward what makes you come alive. May you have the courage to live a life that makes your soul sing, for that is where true joy, peace, and fulfillment reside. When we are living our purpose and we're following that path, our soul does sing, just like these little birds that you hear singing. Our soul has a song. And if we listen to that soul song, we can tell if it's a song of joy and happiness and peace, or if it's a song that says, hey, you, pay attention to me right now. You know, our body talks to us. Every part of our body is going to talk to us. And if there's something out of alignment, there's something going on that we need to be aware of, it's going to let us know. So anytime that you're having a discomfort, just ask, what do you need from me? What do I need to know? What do I need to hear? And what do I need to do? Just tune in. Tune in to whatever is being said by your body, by your soul. And the more tuned in you get, the more you're going to find that purpose becoming crystal clear. Blue says, when we used to ship horses to Grand Prix, we would stop in truck stops. We are talking a tractor-trailer truck of Olympic horses. They were just amazing to us. We had to take them off sometimes on long trips and let them stretch their legs. The guys were just amazing to all of us. They truly are. You know, they're really conscientious about what's going on the road, as you could see from that story of what they did by surrounding the school bus and providing safety to children. They knew that that's what they had to do. They were not going to allow this person to shoot up a school bus full of kids. It just wasn't going to be allowed, even though it meant that their life may be in danger. So they're very conscientious. They're so aware of what's happening, not just where they're at in any particular moment, but they have a communication that's amazing. This network of when they're on the road, they know what's happening up ahead, miles and miles up ahead. So if we follow their cue and if they turn off a roadway and it looks like there's a lot of them pulling off, and you might want to say, do I need to get off too? Is there something going on? So I follow the cues. It's just like birds following the meridian lines. You just kind of pay attention to which way to go, which direction to go. All right, so it is coming up on time for our prayers. I'd like to read one or two messages from the Angels in My Pocket book, but I also would like to get a check-in since our Blue is here with us. How is our little gizmo doing? And please give us some good news. I'm ready for good news. And of course, in our prayers, we're going to hold this whole southeast border here of Louisiana and Texas as we get prepared to hunker down for a storm that's coming our way, potentially. So I'm just going to open to a page. I'm asking the angels to give us a message this morning, something that we need to hear as a group. In the sacred dance of life, let perseverance be your rhythm, faith your music, and love your stage. Keep dancing, dear friends, for in this dance, every step taken with perseverance is a step closer to the divine. And then this next one, I think, is what they really want us to focus on. When you see your situation through the lens of possibility, instead of dreading what you, quote, know is going to show up, you have risen to a different energy pattern, and you will then see the change you want to see happen. Life will always present its challenges, but have the courage to keep pushing forward and never give up can be the difference between having the mountaintop view or being covered in quicksand. That's what we need to focus on. I'm going to put that out there and see if people want to gather together later today to see our situation here, where Annie and I are, to see it through the lens of possibility instead of dreading what we know is going to show up. And that no is in quotes because that's what we're told is going to show up. Doesn't mean that's what's going to show up. And that's what I'm holding on to, is that faith and that trust and listening in to the angels. I'm just doing my check-in at all times and saying, okay, you let me know if it's time to get in that vehicle, because I got a job to do to gather these two cats up, and that's not going to be easy to gather them and put them in their crates. You won't be home, so can I tape it? Yeah, it'll be a Zoom call. It won't be, I don't think it will be broadcast. I don't know. I'll ask and see what Ruth wants to do and if she's on board with helping us out with this, which I'm sure she will be. So focusing on possibility instead of what we think or what we're told. And that's huge. That's absolutely huge. Deirdre, thank you for our prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who walk on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, and support for parents of addicted children. Thank you. And there's our Marietta. Never give up. Just rise up, up, up to a higher plane. And where are we going? I know you all know the answer to this question. Where are we going? And while I wait, I'll just see if there's any other prayer requests that anybody wants to make us aware of what's happening. I know we've got Catherine and her mom in that situation. Her mom made it through the treatment that she had, the procedure, and she's still going strong. So we're lifting her up for the best and highest good in her situation and holding Catherine, because I know it's very scary for her to think of losing her mom. But there we go. Our hope knows the answer. We are going higher yet. So as we go up, 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 we keep going. We lift our vibration all the way up to that great central sun. And that's where we're going to go when we go into our hearts to pray. And we're getting an update on Gizmo. He seemed a little depressed this morning. He was cranky last night because he is being handled so much, so I let him sleep alone last night. He did eat again. He's still not drinking on his own, and Teri, you'll have to talk to him again. I'm just deciding to move my living room around so the sofa is pushed up against the bay window so he can easily get to his favorite bed in the bay window. He is in the window now and is so pleased and happy. Well, little Gizmo, we're going to hold you up in our prayers right now. And I'm just going to envision you lapping up that water and just doing all that you can do to get your strength back. And I know that Archangel Ariel is there. She's already told me that. And I told you that, Jean and Gizmo. Ariel is helping Gizmo to get his strength back and to decide if he's going to hang out and be there for a bit or if this is his time. So whatever he decides is his decision, is his choice. Just like with people, with our humans, when it's their time at the end. Some of them hang out and hang on for a specific reason, and others are just like, oh, I'm ready, let's go. So we'll take cues from him, as Blue has said to me. We'll take our cue from him of what's to happen. All right. So if there are any other prayers, I know that we're holding, is it Baby Divine? I think that's having such a hard time right now, Kathleen. We're holding those sweet babies, and you can't make this up. I was getting that out, and Kathleen's popping in with baby Wyatt's big sister, Mackenzie, has type 1 diabetes and is in the hospital. And please pray for her. Insulin pump wasn't working, and now she's in danger. I know everyone is still praying for Haven, it's baby Haven. Thank you. I couldn't remember if it was baby Divine or baby Haven. So we're lifting up baby Haven, still in the hospital and needing his miracle. And Blue says Ariel is there. When this first happened, I asked Ariel to help our lion Gizmo. I love her. Yeah, she's amazing. Okay, so let's go into our hearts in these few moments that we have left. We got some work to do now, Peas. So let's lift up this whole area of Louisiana, eastern Texas, and let's see that storm. Let's talk to the storm together. And let's just show it love. It just wants attention. It wants to be seen. It wants to be heard. So let's give it some love. Let's send love right into the center, right to the eye of that storm. We love you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for making your presence known. We're asking that no damage be done by your playing out in the water, that you move on, breaking apart, so that nothing traumatic happens in your path. And we call on our Creator, we call on Christ, Divine Mother, the angels, and we ask that this storm be moved along to safety, and that a wall be built, an energetic wall, keeping that water from doing damage in these areas, that people here will remain safe, that people remain calm, that there not be an energy of panic. Louisiana has been through this many times. So we're just asking for calm as people choose to leave their homes, safety on the roadway, and just asking for this, for the best and highest good of all that are here. We lift up our other prayers, asking for lives to be touched, human, animal, nature. These prayer requests that we lift up every day, we ask that they all be seen, that they all be given the attention that's necessary and answered for the best and highest good. May we see miracles happen in our lives. May we each tune in to the song of our soul and listen to that song. Listen to where our passion is and find that passion and that purpose in life as we travel down our paths. We pray for our nations, the nation leaders, the world leaders, the local leaders, asking for love to infiltrate every heart, that compassion be what's foremost, and that conflicts end. It's time for these conflicts and these wars to dissipate. We pray for those that, for whatever reason, strike out and harm others, that their hearts be filled with compassion and love and light shining into the darkness. We pray for our troops who have been deployed and away from their family, We ask for travel prayers for all on the roads. And we ask God that this family be protected, guided, and so filled with love every moment of every day. And we thank you for that love. Thank you for the guidance. Thank you for helping each of us be all that we can be as we travel on this earth plane and as we send our love down into Mother Gaia. Let her receive it and let it come back up to every inhabitant on the planet. An energy of love, energy of peace, an energy of hope. All those that are struggling financially, spiritually, physically, mentally, we ask that you wrap your arms around them. And we see miracles. We're going to trust miracles happening this day. We're holding that promise in our heart that where two or more are gathered, it makes a louder noise. It makes a louder ripple out into the universe. And we're being heard right now. Give us that confirmation as we travel through our day and as we love on each other and lift each other up. So let's do that now. And thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, angels, for being with us. And we say those words to each other. Thank you. I love you. So let me put that up and we'll say those words to each other as Leo sings to us. And let's just share some love and light with each other.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go,
Come on.
It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on a peaceful peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys.
Leo's here. Leo. Uh-oh. Blue Jean, I think you did a sneak trick.
Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Joy. Did you get your cup filled with joy today? I hope you did. I hope you filled it completely full to overflowing.
Cuppa full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win.
The Faye told you that Leo was in the house, right?
Morning cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cuppa full of joy every day.
Yes, we're congratulating our Leo on getting his passport. It's amazing. Now, did you get your driver's license, Leo? I know you were having problems with that. Another one of our P's with eye problems. Lovely.
There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow.
Wow.
AAA, morning cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Cuppa joy. Cuppa
Oh, awesome, Leo. We're going to stand by you for that. And we're helping you with this song. Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, Leo, yes, we are going to lift you up and pray for a miracle there that you can pass that eye test and get your driver's license, because I know that's important. All right, you guys. Oh my gosh, you're such a blessing. I love you so much. You are miracles in my life. And every day I wake up just expecting miracles to take place in our little family. And so happy that you all showed up today to love on each other, to share with each other what's going on and what's happening. I will let you know. I'm going to talk to Ruth in just a little bit, and I'll let you know a time that we can gather today and just do some storm busting. We're going to be hurricane busters on this day, and I'll write down the name, whatever they named that storm that's out there, and we're going to talk to that soul of the storm. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed. Keep trusting that those miracles are coming your way, because they truly are. Something great is going to happen today. Let's all hold that in our hearts. Something great is going to happen today, this very day. I love you, and I will see you later at 1:11 for our peace meditation. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everyone.